All right. How you guys doing out there? Good to see you guys. Welcome all in. Happy October. Happy Saturday. Is it Saturday? It's Saturday, right? Saturday night? It's Saturday night. Are you guys disco fevering? Good to see you guys. A bunch of you in here. KJP with the Go Bruins, Minerva with the Flyers. We got the Kitty Poo Poo with the Thrashers, but we all know who the best team is. You don't even need to argue. Well, one game short of being the best team, at least, before getting destroyed by the Winnipeg Jets on Wednesday night. That was embarrassing. Winnipeg, way to embarrass us. Utah Hockey Club up. I think they won 2 games in a row for the Utah Hockey Club. How you guys doing? How you feeling? How you feeling? We got the PTCS done. We got special drops here, folks. If you're tuning in and you say, I don't want to listen to this old Canadian, then you're not going to get the special drops. Yeah, 5. You got to stay 90 minutes. It's not a prison sentence. Seriously, it's not a prison sentence. Stay 90 minutes, get your 5 drops. I'm not going to be on much longer than that. So those people that join late, well, you get 4 packs or you get 3 packs. Or you go to liquor store and you get 6 packs. I don't know. You do you. That's what counts. All right. Yes, hockey is on. The Edmonton Oilers in about 5 minutes. Or maybe it started already. I don't know. Has it started? Let me check here. Let me go to tonight's games. This is OOTP, but, we all love sports. Look at that. Utah is tied with the New York Rangers 5-5. Going to the last minute of the 3rd period. Utah Hockey Club hoist the cup. New Jersey Devils beating the Washington Capitals 4-3 with about a minute left to play. New York Islanders getting shut out by the Dallas Stars. Those Kraken. Get Kraken. It's a good nickname for boiled egg. The Seattle Kraken tied with the Minnesota Wild 2-2 at the end of 2. Columbus, good for Columbus. Columbus facing a lot of adversity this season. A lot of issues there in Columbus. And they are up on the Colorado Avalanche 2-1. Minerva's Flyers get started in a few minutes' time. And starting up in about 5 minutes, it is Connor versus Connor. Connor Bedard versus Connor McDavid in the Battle of the Connors. The Ducks play the Sharks a little bit later as well. And earlier today, we have some final results. The Boston Bruins, old-time hockey, Don Cherry, Bobby Orr. Who else do we have? John Wensink, Stan Jonathan. We have a lot. Terry O'Reilly. Oh, yeah, I know my Boston Bruin players. Probably my favorite American team is the Boston Bruins. Sabres, after losing 3 games in a row, they beat the Stanley Cup champion Panthers, who are without their Barkov today, who's got a little bit of an injury. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. Montreal has 2 wins already this season. Boy, get book off June, Montreal. You're going to be in the finals. 4-1 for the Canadiens. Detroit Red Wings, Detroit. What a sports week for Detroit. 3-0 over the Predators. Final score. And, of course, because of the hurricane, Tampa Bay cannot host their game tonight. So, ironically, the Lightning have to postpone their game with the hurricane. because of the hurricane. So there are your scores. Again, a few scores coming in. We're going overtime in Utah with the Rangers, and the Devils have officially beat the Capitals by a score of 5-3. All right. Packs are out there, packs every 15 minutes, except for the last one, which is after half an hour. Welcoming everyone to the Dave Steeb Network. Dave Steeb, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. All the Dave Steeb you can handle. Dave Steeb all day. Yes, and tomorrow, folks, if you're a PAX only squad, I am going to be streaming, at least for a couple hours, the PAX only playoffs. Yeah, first time we get to see some of these playoff teams live as their game results come in. PAX only team. So Johnny and Flying WV and Minerva and all you other PAX only people out there, if you're in the playoffs tonight, hopefully you'll get to the point where I come on tomorrow. I'll probably do the quarterfinals and the semifinals and then stream into Dish when he starts up the finals of the Perfect Team World Series. Your PAX only team was -10, Max. I haven't checked on mine today. One was doing really good and the other one, So yes, tomorrow around 3 p.m. Eastern, I should be back on for the PAX only because when you throw out the challenge and say, you know what, I'm going to do 30 streams in 30 days. You can't miss a day. So usually I don't stream on Sundays. Usually I don't stream on Saturdays except PTCS days. But tomorrow I am back for my 30 and 30. Today is day 17. I feel like I'm part of a 30-step program. Day 17, guys. Day 17. I need support. And by support, I need more coffee. Last night, thanks those that joined me for the NHL, EA NHL. The good news is we won a game last night. The Charlestown Chiefs. We are playing Charlestown as part of the EA NHL franchise, and we won a game last night. If you guys watched that stream, I got more excited winning that one game of EA NHL than I think I've got excited about opening any pack this year in OOTP. Seriously, we were there's like what 84 games in the season, 82 games. We were 0 and last game of the season, we still didn't have a win. Can you imagine? Slapshot, Charlestown Chiefs, all they do is fight. We led the league in penalty minutes, but we did not have a win until the very last game of the season. We go to Florida for the last game, tied up at 2 with a minute left. And our captain, Reggie Dunlop, if you've seen the movie, you know Reggie Dunlop. Our captain on the team, we actually have a player named Reggie Dunlop. He embellished a hooking call. And so Mr. Sam Reinhart from Florida, took a penalty with less than a minute to go in the game last night in a 2-2 game. Thank you, Reggie. And, we scored on the power play with a few seconds left in the game to win 3-2, our only win of the season. And I was hooting and hollering like I was at a Taylor Swift concert. That's how excited I was. I wasn't a Swiftie though. I was a Dunlopy. Go Reggie. By the way, almost all the community players that were created have been drafted now. I made a few swings and deals, and I got a lot of the community players on the Chiefs. So next time we do an episode, probably next Friday, we're going to see a lot of you that created players in the NHL. We only had one yesterday. That was John Calgill, who got a major award at the end of the year. We won one game, and one of our players got a major award for perseverance. More so, how did he put up with that crap? That's what he got the award for, the Bill Masterson Award, I think. So I can't wait till next week because we're going to have 5, 6, 7 players on the opening night squad, including Cub fan Steve and his Steve Santo Lemieux. We talked about the Slapshot action figures last night as well that Cub fan Steve sent me a few pictures of. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun playing a little EA NHL. Thanks to everyone that has supported the channel throughout the weeks and the months and the years, even some of the more recent ones. Spending the Helm Biscuits, Brent and Cavacom, Max LP re-upping the sub last week. Smiley Face Jane 7, TZP. Oh, don't make me read this. TZP 489-265-01273. 489-265-01273. What's up? TZP. Oh, can I speak to TZP? Who's this? He gave me his number. He just I don't know. He just gave me his number. Is he there? Oh, really? He doesn't have a weekend pass this week? Okay. Can you leave a message and tell him Lap said thank you for the follow yesterday? All right. All right. Best wishes. Best wishes. Go Oilers. Okay, bye. TZP, thank you. The Nolan Network rating in last night, the D Block rating in yesterday. Yeah. Thanks everyone for coming along this side trip with me. We're not going to do a bounty tonight. We usually don't do it on the weekend. So if you got a bounty spot left open, we're not going to fill it. We're not doing a bounty. You're here to get the free packs, 5 packs that you get from OOTP. Make sure you thank them. Don't make me come after you individually and knock on your door and say, have you thanked Nicolino? Have you thanked OOTP for the special drops today? Don't make me find you. You know how well I stalk people. You know I will find you quickly. You, I'm talking about you. Yeah. You, the one backing up right now. You. Make sure you thank them for the extra drops because you could have got up to like 50 packs today. I think I did pretty good. I got 4 packs, I think, for almost everyone because I went the first hour before I switched over to someone because I didn't want to wait the 30 minutes and potentially lose a couple packs from someone else. So I went an hour, and I pretty much got everyone except I only got 3 with Sporer. Everyone else, I got 4. How'd you guys do with your packs today? Yeah, Celebrini, potential rookie of the year candidate for San Jose, out week to week, they say. He did play last night. I think he got a goal last night or the night before. So he did get his first NHL goal. These young kids that come up and play with men, like these are boys playing with men now. Connor Bedard, he got injured a few times last year. You know, all the smaller rookies, it's tough for them competing against, big boys, big men. If you get all 5 with you, Lap, I would have snagged 38. 38. Congratulations. Few little odds and ends if you missed it. OOTP. Again, I want to thank them for the special drops. I want to thank them for helping the affiliates along the way. And so in return, I want to promote things they have going on, including the postseason sale. You can save on the game if you need to buy another license because you just need more. You don't have enough. You don't know what to do with your extra time. You have so much extra time that you could play 3 more teams. So you're saying, man, I can't wait to play 3 more teams. $24.99, 50% off. Or, if someone has a birthday coming up, you have Thanksgiving coming up in Canada Monday, you have Thanksgiving in the US next month, Christmas coming up. Good chance to gift it to someone because you can do that on Steam. You could gift people games. I did not know that until a few months ago. I can buy someone a game and gift it to them because that's what I'm going to do at the end of October for one of you out there. Because on my NHL streams, I give you a document to fill out. And at the end of the month, I take all those names from all my NHL streams and we draw a winner. A $60 US Steam value game that I'm going to purchase for you from Laptop Hound. And if you don't play Steam, we can make it an Xbox or a PlayStation or, a six pack of beer or something like that. We'll figure something out. Wink, wink. We'll figure something out. So yes, and then in celebration of 2,000 followers last month, just something I want to do a little bit to for my community. 5L and 6L. Let's talk about that a little bit, shall we? Let's talk about the updated standings. I think it might include today. Yeah, it does include today. All right. Well, I always color code the team that is currently in first place. And so you see a certain Fargo Fielders currently in first place. They have 9 points for the month of October in the 5L. This is a one that is played in 1939. UCLA Bruins. It's good to see them finally up there. They play this tournament quite a bit. The Edo Giants, and there we have it. Based on today's first place championship, the bump ass donkeys. Bumpus has done it. Bump ass, bumpus, bump, 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 bump. I don't know how they pronounce their name, but they finally have a first place finish. Now we're just waiting for inserting toothpicks and passing gas. Can't wait till they finish first so I get to honor them. Congratulations, Bumpus. I know they watch the stream because they keep entering the tournament hoping they win. So I call them out on stream. Well, there you go, Bumpus. Congratulations. So there is your 5L tournament. The 6L played in the evening with some wine, some cheese and dip. You see the color coding there? 2 colors. One for my results and one for the tournament leader so far. Based on his 2 wins in October, it is Makadkar, Makabrashe, the Wabanaki Passamaquoddy, the Edo Shikori. Lots of names they go by. Makadkar currently in first place with 8 points. This one is played in 1993. Gotham, Central Kentucky Pirates, A-Dub's Calgary Houndcatchers are near the top as well. Congratulations to the Shea, the Passamaquoddy, the Athletics, to the Spiders for recent wins this month. Your internet sucks. You lost your connection. Yeah, we've all been there, Brent. It sucks when you lose it. It sucks. I hear you. Right now, I'm probably like, and then I get blurry for a while, and then, right, Brent? That's how it goes when your internet is bad. Call your Boise Community Bank Chamber of Commerce and say, "Hey, Boise, let's get better internet out here. Go get Starlink or something." I don't know what you guys have for services down in Boise. Hey, how did I do? I'll show you in a bit. It was a tale of 3 cities tonight. It definitely was. I was the most frustrated I've ever been in a PTCS, and I was the most elated, and I was the most confused. Have you ever been all 3 in one tournament? Most frustrated, most happy, and most confused, all within the same day. I almost wanted to break my computer and kiss anyone near me. Anyone. All right. We are heading to a break. When we come back, we will talk PTCS. We'll open some packs. We'll talk about the tournament refresh and a few other things along the way. Go refill your beer stein. Back in 2 minutes. Welcome back, everybody, on this Saturday night. You're chilling by the fireplace, maybe outside, got a few marshmallows roasting on the open fire. Welcome in to the Laptop Hound PTCS post-game show as we continue on here. So starting on Tuesday morning, the very first 5L on Tuesday morning will have undergone the new changes. Those new changes are you're going to be now playing in the 1925 environment. So very similar setup in terms of number of pitchers. You might want to go check the modifiers and things like that for that exact year. Not a lot of home runs, but that's what I thought about today's PTCS. 1980s. There's not a lot of home runs. The prize pool will be first place is going to get a tournament batch 2 and 3 high diamond card. Second place will get the low diamond, and then the golds and the silvers and so on. We're expecting Spore to do a show probably Monday, maybe Tuesday. Maybe he mixes it with his Tuesday treasure trove. I'm not sure. But early next week, you should see what those cards look like for tournament batch 3. The other thing to note is you will no longer, as of this refresh, you will no longer be able to get tournament batch 1 cards. The only tournament batch 1 cards you'll be able to get are the perfect ones if you win a weekly, because the weekly winners will get 2 choice packs, a perfect choice pack from batch 2 and 3 and a perfect choice pack from batch 1. The high diamonds, the diamonds, silvers, and golds from batch 1, will they come back? We don't know. But they will not be offered as any kind of prize, at least during this refresh that comes up next week. So what I recommend, right now you can get a lot of those silvers and golds pretty cheap Um, they if they may be in missions already, but who knows if they go into more missions later. And if you can't get them later, it might be a good time to buy a few of the ones you're missing from tournament batch one. Probably what I'm going to do. I've got a lot of packs I haven't opened from batch one yet, just because why? They don't sell worth much, but I might just hold on to them and not open them and see if they become part of missions anymore. So there it is with the tournament refresh for the 5L. The 6L, a little bit different. We're going from 1993 to 1996. A little bit of I looked at the differences between the 2 years, and yeah, there's a fair difference between the 2. And this time, if you win the 6L, you will get 5 historical diamond packs, 5 of them. If you come second place in a 6L, you'll get 3 historical diamond packs. And then it filters down up until the pity packs for winning 1 round. So those will be the prizes for the 5L and 6L. 5L again is best of 7, the finals are best of 9, and the 6L are best of 5 with the best of 7 final. There will be some differences in card selection and how you select cards, and you'll find that out when it's refreshed on Monday. So yeah, looking forward to it. Similar eras for both of them, similar cards for both of them, but just enough differences to make you think a little bit and revise the type of roster you might have had. Hoots got whipped in the wild card today. No idea what you're doing for that roster. Well, Indiana Jones was busy today, Coots. There was a lot whipping going on, and I'm not talking whipped cream. No, it was there was a lot of whipping today. Like I said, I smiled, I got angry, and I got confused all in the same day. Also, for both the 5L and 6L, we've been playing in 4 ballparks that rotate: Rogers Center, Skydome, Jari Park, and Olympic Stadium. I tend to do the best in Skydome because I know really all I'm looking for is right-handed power hitters. So whenever a Skydome stadium comes up, I'm like, yeah. Both of my finishes in the 6L uh, in the last couple of weeks have been in the Skydome. I should just say, just make it the Skydome, please. However, there will be a 5th Canadian ballpark. Are any Canadians in the house? Do we have any Canadians here? Let me know. I know uh, Leo Remus and Boiled Egg and a TB8. Any other Canadians here? Devil Dogs here. Okay. Your hot streak just carried over to your PAX only team. You got the All-Star Duran. Well, that's what I'm here for, Pops. I'm here to give you good cards for a certain fee. So we do have a new Canadian ballpark. And let me see who can guess the ballpark first. I'm going to show you a picture of the new ballpark. Anyone know which park this is? Because this will be the park that they have added to OOTP. I'm just going to sit here till someone guesses. Not the Sky Dome. We already have the Sky Dome in the game. This is a new one. An old CFL stadium. Well, football was played there. You can see the shape of it. It is not in BC. Smucker got it. It is another Toronto stadium. It is Exhibition Stadium. There it is. Originally built in 1959 for football. and then modified in 75, 76 for baseball. It was first called the Canadian National Exhibition Stadium. The Blue Jays would play 968 games in there from 1977 until 1989. So just a few years outside of their World Series championships. And they posted a record of 492 and 476, over 23 million fans going through the gate. So they did have a winning record at Exhibition Stadium. Few fun facts. Very first game played there, 1977, they beat the White Sox, who apparently were bad back then. Beat the White Sox in the very first game in Exhibition Stadium. Despite snow flurries before the game and near freezing temperatures, 45,000 hosers came into the game. That's dedication in Canada, folks. Near freezing temperatures to go watch a baseball game in April. Some fun facts. Very first Toronto pitcher in Exhibition Stadium was a guy named Bill Singer. Ralph Garr was the very first hitter that took a walk. The first home run hit in Exhibition Stadium was by Richie Zisk. We got a pretty good Richie Zisk bronze card, don't we? That's pretty cool. It's amazing. I don't know who else is in the same boat, but I know so much more about baseball from playing OOTP. Like, just when I see a player's name now, rather than thinking of a real life player face, I think of the OOTP card. Is anyone else like that when they see a name? It's like, oh yeah, it's that baseball reference card. That's me. Ron LaFleur got the first triple. Richie Zisk again, the first home run. Jorge Orta. And the first inside the park home run was by Cecil Cooper. Yeah, who would have thunk? Wasn't this a PTCS card today? Cecil? Mr. Devil Dog got some updated facts here. It was actually demolished, and the Bank of Montreal field was built close to its proximity. Okay. Bill Singer was who the Jays refused. Oh, Fussmucker. Zip it. We don't need to hear about what coulda, shoulda, woulda been. Yeah. Well, they weren't that good back then. The soccer field pitch now for the MLS Toronto team. Oh, cool. Mr. Devil Dog saw his first game there. Nice. Other facts. The winning pitcher was Jerry Johnson. Losing pitcher was Ken Brett. Hey, Ken Brett. Iron card, right? Am I right? Iron card. Meta iron at one time. Ken Brett. What else? First error was made by Rick Cerrone, who I believe is a catcher for the Jays. First shutout. Fergie Jenkins got the first shutout about 2 weeks later for Boston. And those were some of the firsts. Some of the last events to happen there. Last home game, 46,000 people were there. 68 degrees Fahrenheit, not much nicer. George Bell hit the last home run in Exhibition Stadium in the 10th inning. So it was a walk-off home run by George Bell. Last double by Kelly Gruber. And the winning pitcher in the last game at Exhibition Stadium in May of 1989 was Mr. Tom Hinkie. We do not know if Dave Steve pitched in that game. Probably not. Probably not. But I believe he was still in Toronto in 1989. Yeah. Capacity, it holds about 44,000 for baseball, 54,000 for football. Here you see all the park dimensions. Blue Jays were along the third baseline for their dugout. Padded fence for about 2/3 of the wall. And yeah, there you go. was AstroTurf, largest artificial playing surface in North America. And that was installed in 1985. The Blue Jays have played one forfeited game. In that game, Jim Clancy had held the Orioles to 2 hits over 5 innings before Earl Weaver pulled his club off the field, saying that the Tarps, I remember that as a young kid. I remember the Orioles, because of the Tarps that were kind of in the way along the side there, and players chasing balls down. Yeah, he said we'll take the loss. Hmm. Back back when things were much crazier. So there you go. There is Exhibition Stadium. That will be part of the rotation now, part of a 5-park rotation for the 5L and the 6L. Rogers Center is a lot more centralized in Scotiabank Arena than Exhibition Stadium. Yeah, I don't know where this was. It looks like there's some sort of amusement park. I don't know if this is where the big year event was, the CNE or whatever they called it there. In Vancouver, their yearly big festival, like the Stampede in Calgary, was, I think, the PNE in Vancouver. I think in Toronto it was the CNE. So yeah, excited to have that ballpark, and Nicolino has a lot of other ballparks that are new to the game as well. At least I think they're new. Again, if you haven't seen this, if you've been on holidays, if you haven't checked out the forums recently, there are all the new refresh changes coming Monday. It might take a day for them to cycle in, so you won't be able to sign up for them tomorrow. So you'll be able to sign up for them on Monday, and then they should kick in for the dailies on Tuesday, and the weeklies will take a full week before you can get into it. And again, a lot of tournament batch 2, batch 3 prizes. Some tournaments have the 5 historical diamonds, and I don't know what else. A lot of tournaments removed. Only 6 new perfect drafts, though. Only 6, and a lot of perfectos. Perfecto iron, only iron cards and perfect cards. So probably half the rounds are all perfects and half the rounds are iron. Welcome to the cap, like a cap tournament. Mixed bag, another mixed bag there. An early morning perfecto, a weekly perfecto. Some removed. And as I said, some changes to some of your favorite dailies, like the 5L, the 6L, the bagel and schmear has a change. Life before OOTP has a change. Some of them, they just change eras. Some they change ballpark. Some they change cam on, cam off. And the quick tournaments will remain on. Oh, and I guess EVC's West Coast expansion will remain in 1958. Okay, yeah, the quick tournaments, there was some chatter in the Discord about these ones right here. 64 team quicks for iron, bronze, silver, and gold. Some people were saying, they're never going to fill. They're never going to fill 64 teams, best of 7. That's a long way to wait for a tournament to be done. But there are people that do not sit in front of their computer all day and they just want to enter 1 or 2 quicks a day. You know, they go to work and okay, I'm going to enter this one. It'll be done by the time I get home and I can enter another one. 10 packs, 10 standard packs for first place in these tournaments. I believe it's 5 packs, I think, for second place. And I believe you get 3 packs if you finish 3rd or 4th. So the prizes have gone up, you know, for a 64 team tournament, but you only get two quick slots, just 2. So if you like the spam tournaments, you probably won't enter them. And if you don't like the spam tournaments, you'll love them. Again, I could probably enter 5 do or dies at least I could probably go to the finals of 5 do or dies before one of these even fills up. But like I said, there are some people who have requested this type of quick because they don't have time to spam all the time. So, yeah, a little bit of everything for everyone. And shout out to Nicolino and shout out to the devs for coding all this in time. And look forward to it. I am looking forward really to, and I know some of you are too, that play bronze. We got a new set of features for the early bronze. Late bronze doesn't have a DH now. Live bronze is still there, but it's a best of 3 with the best of 5 final. Low bronze is now 2006. And some changes to the irons that you might play as well. But I think what's going to become one of my new favorite tournaments is this one here, the Daily Bronze Dead Ball. I confirmed with the Nicolino, all cards have to be before 1920. Bronze or iron. So you have to put together, this is not a perfect draft. This is a traditional tournament. It's a daily. So there's going to be 64 teams. And all cards from before 1920. It's a best of 7. No DH, so your pitchers, Kitty Caldwell, and Kitty Bransfield. Ray Caldwell and Kitty Bransfield are gonna love this tournament. And played at Agricultural County Fairgrounds, which I think someone told me was a hitter's park. I think someone said that. Modern run environment though, which is weird. I would have loved it to be like a 1920s environment to kind of suit that type of tournament, but it'll be fun seeing how those players do in a modern environment. Yeah, it takes out pretty much all of them, right? Well, I guess there would be a few. I don't know if there are any NEL. Let's go into the game quickly here. I'm going to do this more on Monday. I'm going to build the team on Monday once it's all there and it will be compatible with the roster builder. Let's check this out. Sporer taught me something last stream too that I did not realize you could do in game, where you could go into the card shop and you could select a certain number of years to search for cards. They call it like regex or something. All you coders out there are familiar with regex. So you go to the card shop and let's take off the J's. TX is here. He knows about it. So, okay. So TX, help me out here because I forget how to do this. Let's say we want to look for cards from 1970 to 1990. You would go 197, and then you'd go bracket. Is it 0 to 9? So 197 bracket. Oops, that's the max value. I don't want that. Under search player, 197 bracket 0 to 9 bracket. And then I think you go pump it real good. Where I keep forgetting where that pump sign is. Pump, there it is. Pump 1990 0 to 9. So if I want all cards from 1970 to 1999, I think this works. No, it doesn't. So much, what did I do wrong? Oh, okay. It's the square bracket. That one? There we go. Square bracket. Square bracket. And then square bracket. Square bracket. There we go. I'm speaking of pumped. Look at this. So now it only shows the cards from 1970 all the way up to 1999. So if you're building a roster for a specific era tournament, and if you own the cards, you can do that filter system through your manage cards area. But if you just want to go in the card shop and look for cards from that specific era, that's how you do it. Uh, right. I'm missing the 80s. Okay. What did I do wrong? Do I have to put in like a dash or something? Or do I have to add the 80s as well? Let's see. 198 square bracket 0 to 9 square bracket pump. See if this works. No, that did not work. Oh, okay. Okay. Mandela. Okay, let's get out this. See, I'm still learning, but I'm just glad that Spore showed us this. Okay. Get rid of the double pump. 19. I thought I had this down pat. 19 square bracket 7 to 9 square bracket. 70s, 80s, and 90s. Okay. Did I do it right? Is that right? Now, what about if I only want cards from before 1920? How do you do that? Is there a way to do that? Is there a regex code for only cards before 1920? And yeah, good question. Will it pick up peak cards? Um, I don't know. So not peak. Okay, let me try this. Thank you, Mandela. Good. So we're going 18 square bracket 0 to 9. Oops, 0 to 9. Like that. Pump. Pump. 19 square bracket 0 to 1. Like this. That's a lot of cards. That is a lot of. Now we only want bronze or lower, so we'd go from 40 to 69. So now I can see them all. I can see all the bronze and iron from 40 to 69. Is there a place that shows how many total there are? If I go down to 100, no. Somewhere between 100 and 500 cards. But it doesn't show the peak. So Kitty Bransfield is a peak card, a 68. And I'm just seeing Kitty's not on here. Right above the first result. Oh, thank you. 197. Good. Thanks, TX Jenks. On the left, it says card matching the filter and then the number of cards. Yep. So is there a way to do something that will include the peak cards? Can you put the word peak? Probably not. Nope. Nudge OOTP to put OOTP to include year in peak card titles. Yeah. Okay. Well, that at least helps a little bit. If you just type the word peak. Yeah, so they need to add the years to these cards here. I mean, there's not a lot of iron and bronze. So, I mean, there's 41 peak iron and bronze cards. And, there's Kitty Bransfield. Maybe 15 of them at the most are probably from that era. So it's not like you have to scroll through and look at a ton of them. You can take, well, I guess we take off. Yeah, these are all non-live. 41 non-live. But yeah, you'd have to go through each one to see what year they played. Some of them are obvious because you know the player's name. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So there's probably close to 190, 185 cards in the database right now for that bronze dead ball tournament. Fair number. Right. I got to screenshot Mondela's hint there because I need that. Okay, let's see how fast I can do this. 18 square bracket, 0 to 9 square bracket, pump, 19 square bracket, 0 to 1 square bracket. All right, thanks so much. So that's showing all cards from 1800 to 1899, I guess. And then up to all cards from 1800 up to 1910. 1910. We went up to 1920, though. Shouldn't that be a 2? No, it shouldn't be. Okay, because the third digit's a 1. Third digit's a 1. Okay, I get it. I got it. All right, so there you go. I'm learning with you guys. I want to thank you guys for helping me along here because I was always frustrated. I was looking for cards from a certain year and I'd be clicking on them. Okay, especially those peak cards. And now they can all be filtered fairly quickly. Right. 1800s, 19, first decade, and the second decade. So if I wanted to include the 1920s, I would just change that to a 2, right? Yeah. Okay. So these are decades in brackets. Cool. All right. So let's leave that aside. We got our little training done for today. And there you go. So the refresh coming up on Monday. Tournament should be active, ready for you to play on Tuesday with the new prizes and the new formats. Oh, good point there. It's Granky. Oh, yeah. Okay, show me how to do that. I think I might know how to do that. You definitely can teach old dogs new tricks. Okay, so I go to card shop, speed through this 18. Boom. Look at that. Look how quick I did that. Now I go to just export card list to CSV. Is that what I click there? Kitty poo poo, we're going to go through that. I gotta make sure I get people 90 minutes in here. If I go through that at the beginning, I'm out of here in a half hour. I'm learning something, Kitty poo poo. I want a gold star. So click export card to CSV. Okay, there we go. Okay, We're good. You don't need to type that to rejects. Oh, oh. So I got the full list there. It won't have the P cards, yeah. Unless I go and do a second one and go peak. All right, whatever. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. All right, let's go back to the refresh. So there we go. There you go, kitty poo poo. PTCS number 7 is complete. Period 8 is underway. Tomorrow is the last day of the first week of period number 8. Again, we were playing in the Metrodome, DH off, and these were the requirements, which I thought I investigated it pretty good. Defensive era with a lot of home runs, which someone warned me about yesterday that this year, 1987, was a weird year in the 80s. More home runs than any other year in the 80s. And I think we saw that. So, as I said earlier, it was a weird day for me. I didn't stay by my computer a lot. I didn't do any kind of changes or anything. Not many anyway. I think I did one or two micromanaging. I was in three of the PTCSs. I was in the Iron Daily because I finished 86th overall in Iron. I was in the Bronze Daily because I finished 3rd overall. And I was in the Weekly Perfect Draft because I finished 43rd overall. 3 different teams, my Rocky Mountain Gladiators in Bronze, my Jim Unknown Blue Jays in Iron, and my Washington Huskies, which is an alt that only plays weekly perfects. That's all they do. All they do. That's this team here. With one of my teams, all I do is I play weekly perfects. And I just keep spamming them. When I'm out of one, I enter another one and just play the weeklies. I've won one weekly I've won. And I sold that card for about 400K. Yes, 400K. And I don't know, the team right now is, I don't even know what I have on my team. Every once in a while, I just go to actions, ask AI to generate best lineup. But this guy is on the team, Kitty Poo Poo. He has, I just changed my name a couple times, but it's all the same team. Started like Lap Zoo or something. I don't know. I have to do something with this team. So I've had this Kitty Combinator since 2030, and he just keeps staying on the team. He's got 4,000 hits, 4,000 hits, almost 1,000 doubles, and almost 2,000 RBIs. Yeah, take that, you Hall of Famers. Kitty Poo Poo going to have quite the career. I'm just leaving him on this team the whole cycle. I want to see what he can do on one team for almost the entirety of the game as a combinator. 347 home runs. Yeah, that's how Lap has fun with this game. The PTCS rewards. Remember the PTCS rewards. We'll come back to that in a second. Again, huge thanks and shout out to EBC that kept track of this throughout the day and let you guys know who was eliminated so you could hop around from place to place. I'm the last streamer of the day, although Franchise Time Machine will be on later. So if you still need regular affiliate drops, if you did not get drops from Tesuigi and AZ Axel, make sure you pop into Franchise's stream later on because you will get your regular 5 drops there as well. So this card here, the Johnny Evers and the Kirby Puckett, you will not get those until Monday morning because they don't have a way to code it into the game to automatically send them to you after the tournament. It's been that way since PTCS number one. The very first two cards you don't get until Monday. So the Johnny Evers you get even if you lost in the first round. Heck, you didn't even have to put a lineup in. You could have a blank lineup and you get a Johnny Evers. If you won one round, you'll get yourself the Kirby Puckett. But again, not until Monday. All the other ones, the Cecil Cooper, the Steinfeld, the Shields, the Davis, the Ewing, and the Viola, you should have those in your account now. You might have to log out and log back in or boot the game up again, refresh your card shop, but you should have those now because those are pretty much immediate once your tournament ends. Yeah, some good cards there. Good cards. Okay. Speaking of Cecil Cooper, let's go and check out. I was the only affiliate somehow in this weekly draft. So let's go into the PTCS weekly. Cheeky? Yeah, Cheeky was streaming today too. I don't know. Some of these guys might come on a little bit later. I don't know. So if you missed the drop, just kind of keep an eye, see if they pop on. Sometimes Cheeky comes on late at night. Okay. Remember how I said I was the most frustrated, I was the most happy, and I was the most confused? Here is my tournament that I'm the most confused. All right. This is the weekly perfect draft. Every card you got was a perfect card. Now, you can see my lineup here on the screen. I had the 102 Mad Bomb. I had the 102 Clemens. I had the 102 Sandy Koufax, Toad Ramsey, Bieber, Greinke. Like I had what I thought was one of the best pitching rotations that you could have. I did get a couple, that I had to take, like the Emmanuel Clase, but he's still a good live card. Jose Fernandez, Mike Scott. Like other than Guy Hecker and Clase, this is a really good pitching lineup. And then hitting wise, I got one of the best catchers in the game, Mickey Cochran, to go along with Dickey or Posey. I had Babe Ruth. I had Oscar Charleston, Roberto Clemente. Now, I know a lot of teams had those players. I get it because it's a perfecto draft. But I lost 5-0. That's what confused me. Not that I lost first round, but my pitchers, Sandy Koufax, a 982, Toad Ramsey, a 23.6. And again, I had the defense. I mean, look at my defense. It's all blue with Clemente, Charleston, and Babe Ruth. You can't get a better outfield than that, I don't think. I lost 5 in a row. I was disappointed in that, but not hugely disappointed, but and Clay Dog, Clay Dog, right? Clay Dog went to the finals. And let's look at Clay Dog's team with the Maniacs. Crochet, Hernandez, Marichal, Pryor, Verlander, Cat, Kluber, Spawn, Tanana, Webb, Wood. See, I think my pitchers blew away Clay Dog's pitchers. Nothing against Clay Dog, but my pitchers by far were better than that pitching staff. In the outfield, he had Sheffield, Churio, Donlin, Clemente, Jackson, and Judge. Again, I think my outfield blew that away. We both had Cochran and Posey. He goes to the finals. I lose in 5 straight. This game. But I don't know. Maybe it's some secret slider or something people are using. I don't know. I'm not overly disappointed. I'm just confused. This is the tournament that confused me. So let's take a look at the champion here. Getting themselves a Frank Viola will be the Twin Peak Night Owls. Madtown is going to get the second place card. Third and fourth place, the Potomac Nationals and the Burlington Silver Stars. Clay Dog says your pitchers didn't do very good either. Yeah. This was almost like we were playing it in the power era. Like seriously, I thought I was playing it in the 1990s because of all the home runs that were hit. I mean, look at the stats here. 22 home runs for Greenberg, 19 for Baker, Greenberg, McGuire. Team stats, 111 home runs for Clay Dog. Clay Dog mashed it. Most home runs in the tournament. 490 runs for the Denver Lopes. Yeah, 1987 is one of the most juiced seasons. I can tell. If this was 1985 or 1983, I think these numbers would be much different. Because yeah, like I said, it just played out like a weird tournament. I thought finally we're going to get a PTCS that's not home run heavy. Well, I was wrong. Look at this 13-6, 9-7, 14-5, 15-5, 16-15, and then 15-3. All in the finals. Like this is not, I don't remember 1987 like this. I don't know. The game engine was wonky today. That's a lot of runs. For two teams in the finals, that's a lot of runs. So yeah, it would be fun, if we could run a tournament in 87 and then just rerun it in 88 with the exact same teams. Like if OOTP had the ability, well, they could do it if they wanted, but just take all the same teams, switch it to 88, pump out the results. You don't have to give prizes or anything, but just to see the differences between the two. And remember, I think there is going to be a replay, right? They always do a PTCS replay as one of the dailies or weeklies. So you have a chance to play around with that a lot more. Pitcher-wise, let's see who the top pitchers were in this environment. War-wise, it was Fergie Jenkins, which kind of surprises me. Fergie Jenkins. But I mean, even look at his runs. 5, 5, 5, 5, 3. And he went 8-1 for the winning Twin Peak team. So Fergie Jenkins had 8 wins, Sandy Koufax, Mark Pryor, Toad Ramsey, Garrett Crochet. War-wise, Jenkins, Koufax, 3 Koufaxes. So Koufax looked like he was the pitcher to have, which I did. My Koufax, though, stunk it out. 9 runs, 8 earned runs, and 7 1/3 inning. Yeah, I got the bad Koufax. Like we always like to blame. Whenever your meta card does poorly, I got the bad card today. But no, it looks like Sandy Koufax, one of the top pitchers in the tournament. Looks like Jenkins, couple Jenkins on there, couple Hallidays. Strikeouts, who had the most strikeouts here? It would have been Sandy Koufax. Yep. So yeah, always interesting to kind of look at the stats afterwards. Quality starts, Jenkins and Koufax. Shutouts, Koufax. So yeah, Koufax was, I would say, the player of the tournament. And in terms of hitters, let's see which names we see a lot. Tulo did well. Greenbergs did well. Eddie Matthews was the best WAR at 2.6. Not really a single player that we see quite a bit. Aaron Judge had the most strikeouts at 53. That makes sense. Yeah, there was a good mix of players. Rizzuto's, Bullet Joe, Tulowitzki, Home Run Baker, Greenberg. Okay, there you go. So that was my strange tournament. That was the tournament that I looked at and went, wow, that was losing 5 in a row with that team. Really kind of threw me for how does that happen? I got Babe Ruth and Sandy Koufax. I can't win a game. My team, though, in league 95 and 61 for a team I don't really pay attention to. So what I did, I won one weekly. All you have to do is one weekly and you make the PTCS for this format. That's all I did. I won one weekly. And then, a few other lower finishes. So I got the Toad Ramsey. Where's it? Transactions. I haven't even done much on here. Where's Toad? Card shop. Toad, where are you, Toad? Oh, I sold you a while ago. I got like a page and a half of transactions. All right, 400,000 I made off selling Toad Ramsey. What's he worth now? 102. Toad. Oh, game. Don't you hate that? You're just about finished doing something in the game and that message comes up. And yes, I know you could click cancel, but then you got to go and you got to click download. Just easier just to download it there. Toad, what are you going for? Toad Ramsey. None on the market and a buy order of 350. So yeah, I mean, you could I sold it for whatever the last 10 was, so about 433. I made 400K on it. So yeah, that's probably what you could sell Toad Ramsey for now. He's in batch number 2, so he'll continue to be in batch cards for the weeklies. He will be there for you to pick from. So what I did, I sold that card. And I don't know, I just don't want to collect perfect points on here. So guess what I did? Remember that night when I bought 13 of these and got nothing? Is anyone here that's seen me open up 13 of these number 18 packs and all I got was some gold and diamond, not one perfect? When I sold the Toad Ramsey, I kept the points, and that same night I was so frustrated. I said, I'm going to go to my alt and I'm going to just buy 10 of those exact same packs. And I'm going to open them. See if I can get a perfect right after the break. Back in 2 minutes time. Then we're going to check in on the iron and we're going to check in on the bronze as well. One of them I was happy. One of them I wanted to throw my computer out a window. Back in 2. right, back here, about to rip open 10 of not this week's SL packs, but last week's SL packs. This week, you were guaranteed 2 gold or higher for 98,000, I think. Last week, I think they were 55,000 or 70,000 or 80. I can't remember how much they were, but I was able to get 10 of those on my alt. So the Helm Biscuit bet is up there. If you want to bet some Helm Biscuits, have a little fun on this Saturday night. Bet how many perfects I am going to get in these 10 packs that I'm going to rip open. A couple weeks ago or last week when I opened them up, I got 0 perfects in 13 packs. I think I'm going to get 2. I think it's an alt. People tend to pull good cards in their alts and go, oh, if only it was on my main team. So I think I'm going to get 2 perfects. I can't remember which perfects were in there, but I'm going to call for 2. You got about 30 more seconds in the Helm Biscuit bet. We got a bet there of 4 or more. Wow, I'll take that. I'll take a 40% pull rate there. Remember, this is not this week's packs. These were last week's where you're guaranteed 1 gold card. Okay, bets are almost in. Well, I want to thank those that said 0. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for betting 0. Putting that out there. Okay, let's get some dramatic music here. Pack number 1 is we've got a diamond. Diamond card will be Mr. John. Well, not the most expensive card, but it's better than a gold. 0 for 1. Pack number 2. There's our first gold. This looks familiar. John Hines. Now here is a card worth more than the Tommy John card. Okay. John Hines. Part of missions. Put him up for sale. Not a huge loss there. Pack number 3. We're 0 for 2. We got, I thought that was a perfect card, like a perfect background. It fooled me. It was the 40 Humber. Gold number 2. Garnet Blair, another NEL. Not as popular. 2 gold, 1 diamond, no perfects. Pack number 4. Woohoo! I got an extra gold. Boog Powell. How many of you pulled Boog Powell this last week? Fussmucker. I'm feeling like this is a Fussmucker moment. Man, just nothing. And Mark Lytle. Well, I never plan on using you, Mark. Sorry. Hit the road. Boog. Go back and do some Miller Lite commercials, man. Gone. Next up. 3 gold. No, 4 gold and 1 diamond in 4 packs. Next. I can't boiled egg. I got to give people drops. Keep teasing me. Keep teasing me. Well, let's hope the diamond is from the newer cards. Gold card. Bartolo. Diamond card. Andy Messersmith all over again. Bartolo. He's worth a fair bit. Throw him on the market. See how much of this I can recoup back. Tommy. Tommy. Halfway there. We've got 2 diamond and 5 gold in 5 packs. 0 perfects. Next up, TX. TX. Well, I haven't covered all the tournaments yet. Gold card. Randy Wynn. So this diamond card is from the newer cards then, which is good. Hirsch Iser. Okay. 6 packs we've opened. 3 diamond and 6. Yeah, 3 diamond and 6 gold, which, quantitatively is pretty good. If it's all about quantity that you care about, it's good. 4 packs to go. How about a double perfect? Come on. Diamond card once again. If you give me a Messersmith or a Dykstra, I swear a game, I'm going to call Rich Grisham up, even though I don't know his number. I will track him down. Rich Grisham, if this is Messersmith or Lenny Dykstra. Okay, Baylor, it's a cool card. Cool card art. I'm definitely not getting my 400,000 back from this. 4 diamond, 7 gold, 3 packs left. I've opened now 20 of these packs without a perfect. Odds, you know what you can do with your odds of getting a perfect. 20 packs, not one. Will it be 21? What a tease. What a tease. 3 specialty cards. What do we got here? We've got Lynn Larry. We'll see more. So this is the new card then, which is good. Andy Messersmith? No. Okay. Guy I haven't seen, which is good. Lynn Larry, I'm not selling you. You're not worth anything. You're not worth anything. And you are not worth much. Five diamond, 10 gold, no perfects. 2 packs left. We're going to try the old leave the actual screen. Leave the screen. Open up some of these standard duds. Look at that. Nothing there. One more standard. we go. Let's get it out of the system. Okay, let's go back. A million perfect points spent, not one perfect between the two accounts. 2 packs left. At least pandas can't say buy another one lap because there are no more ones. Oh, what's this? A perfect historical pack. How is that different from a? Wouldn't you rather have a perfect rainbow pack? Plus, do the math on for me. Aren't these both 120,000, like the perfect rainbow and a perfect historical? Why would you buy this when the perfect rainbows are the same price? I must be missing something. This should not be 120,000. Or were perfect rainbows? No, perfect rainbows were 120. No, no, but when they do have the perfect rainbow, historical rainbow pack, right? There is a third pack, right? A perfect historical rainbow, and it's 120. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like a good deal. Okay, I think I've called my time out. 2 more packs to open. Pack number 89. Again, at least I'm getting some diamonds, right? Always look for the good news. Always look for good Mule Suttles. The best card I've pulled so far tonight. Mule. And Adam Dunn. You might be the second best card, Adam. And not even I haven't even got like a combinator. No perfects, no combinators. Last pack. Pack number 23 without a perfect. Wow. Hmm. Now the question is this a double perfect pack with a perfect combinator? Or is it some iron card? All right, chat, which one do I flip first? I got to flip the combinator first, right? Amazing. Amazing. This is like last night's EA NHL game where you win the final game of the regular season. This was my final game of this pack's regular season. And boom, we get a combinator with the perfect. If one of these has to be lousy, make it the red one. Here we go. Yeah, nah, Jenks, I don't think it's a perfect. I kind of hope that it'd be kind of if this perfect was like an iron, that would make it even more interesting. All right, what is it? Ah, the lowest card you can get. I hope it's one of those one people need for cap tournaments. I got a card of a guy watering the lawn. Yeah. Yeah, it is better. It should have been Dave Steeb, though, game. At least if you're going to troll me in a good way. Give me a 40, Steeb. Okay. Who do I want? I can't remember who is even part of this set. Who is the best perfect card in this set? I don't want Olivia. I don't want Bobby Gritch. I think those were the two worst ones. Okay, give me a Fergie Jenkins. Good Canadian. Fergie. I can pay out the Helm biscuits now before I forget. Let me pay those out. So whoever predicted one perfect, you are the winner. Take all those biscuits and buy yourself a Matrix episode. No one's buying 40s. Hey, you never know. Never say no one. Fergie. Yeah, that's what I call Fussmucker. I mean, that would be synchronicity because he was kind of the pitcher of the tournament that this team was in the weekly for the PTCS. So I'm gonna put that on here. I'm gonna put right there. Fergie Jenkins coming to the Washington Huskies. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Guy probably can't even play DH. All right. I don't even feel like celebrating after 23 packs. John Beckwith, woohoo! Woo! I'm too tired to celebrate after 23 pack, and his value has come way down. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy him. I'm gonna enjoy him on this alt team. Yeah, I made my investment back. I spent 400,000 on 10 packs. More than 400,000. I think I spent like 700,000 on 10 packs. And I'm probably 100,000 short. John Beckwith. Well, that was fun. That was interesting. I'm glad I called the time out. And it just again, it happened to be on that very last pack. So we can take Fergie off the screen. Fergie. Gone. Someone said home run. Well, yeah, if I only bought one pack, yeah, it would be a tiny profit. But it's like putting 10 grand into a slot machine, and then you got $1 left, and you put that dollar in, and you win like $500. Kind of like that. Yeah, 101 or so. Oh, yeah. It's I bet you we have 103s by the end of the month. I bet you we see our first 103. I bet you they're waiting until after this PTCS to release the first 103. By the end of October, my guess is we see one. Oh. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Coots. Thanks. I call your local RCMP and report you for some of the buildings in your town. Yeah, I did lose my butt. Not my Tommy butts. Okay. Let's go to tournament number 2. Remember I said one confused me, one really upset me, and one I was kind of like that Beckwith card. I was like, "Oh, okay. That was kind of nice." Again, guys, you should be getting special drops to a maximum of 5 of them. So 4 regular packs and 1 silver pack that you should have coming your way over a period of 90 minutes. And I have just kind of passed that 90-minute mark. So I'm going to be on for maybe a half hour more. So hopefully you guys will have all your drops by then. Tomorrow I'll be streaming the packs only playoffs, the quarterfinals and the semifinals. Okay, next one. I'm gonna go check that 6L from tonight first. This is hard work. Seriously, if that Beckwith wasn't in that last pack, could you imagine? I mean, it's an alt. I don't really care about my alt. It's not competitive as my other teams. Atlanta ground bones knocked me out of the 6L tonight. Thanks, Atlanta. You are often in the chat playing in the bounties. So in round 3, we've got Fargo going up against Killebrew. Port Huron's Polish Sausage up against the Legends. The Calgary Houndcatchers, A-Dub, is going up against Cedar Park. 68 Pirate against the Slippery, pronounce it right, the Slippery Slags. Just when I thought I saw every team I could. The Sockeyes going up against Clay Dogs Maniacs. Skyhawks up against the Vandals. Kona Island Baseball Club and their Coffee going up against the Maryville Isotope, and the New York Blind Squirrels taking on Atlanta, the team that knocked me out. All the best to you still in the tournament. You can enter tomorrow's 5L. There's only 32 out of 64 teams. Enter, get your tournament choice pack, High Diamond. Only 2 more days of those packs available. And then Tournament 1 cards are gone. You will not be able to get Tournament 1 cards unless they decide to bring them back in at a future time. Except for the perfects that you can still get by winning a weekly perfect draft. Because you get the free one, you get a new one, you get a free pack, you get 2 packs. Okay. So, next one is the one that frustrated me. Now, I apologize in advance if I cry, if you see tears coming down my face. You guys know I love bronze. I love bronze. I love bronze. If I could win any big tournament, it would be a bronze PTCS. If I could do that, it would make the whole cycle for me. You could give me 20 crappy Dave Steve cards. I would not care if I could win a bronze PTCS. So, that being said, we were allowed 8 combinators in this bronze PTCS. I felt I had a really good team. And let's go take a look at the results. After the break. Yeah. Kicking in. Be back. 2 minutes time. All right, we are back here for the last half hour of the show, and we are going to take a look at both the bronze and the iron PTCS before we close things off. And then we're going to give a big shout out to all of our winners in the PTCS this week a little bit later. Well, I said this was the tournament that I just really got frustrated with. Now, let me clarify for the new people out there. I always say that the new people out there that maybe were playing your first PTCS. As an old experienced player, I've learned a long time ago, like last year when I started qualifying for PTCSs and I started losing and I would get so upset. It would ruin my day. It would ruin my week. It would ruin my month until the next PTCS came, especially when you think you have a really competitive team. I learned you just got to let it go. You get frustrated, you spend 5 minutes kind of venting a little bit, and then boom, it's gone. Because if you don't do that, this game will eat you alive. It really will. Trust me, I know people that have quit, have raged quit, have got really upset, have panic sold all their cards because they're so frustrated. You got to let it go, and you got to remember that when it comes down to it, sometimes it's not you. Many times it's the game. It's the random generation. It's the variance of the game. Because many times a team on paper that's much worse than your team will beat you. Good example. Last PTCS a couple months ago, it was unlimited combinators, I think, and I had like 20 of the best bronze combinators. I got beat by a team with no combinators. My team should have crushed them. And I got beat in the first round by a team that didn't have any. Now, granted, some of it is managerial skill with sliders and strategy and lineups and putting players in the right places. But when it comes down to it, the best cards generally win. We see in the World Series every week on Sunday, both teams have really good cards. Now, if you don't let it go again, you got to find a way to do that. And so today in the bronze, which is my favorite tournament, I had to let it go because let me show you. Let me show you why I was so frustrated. So you see the results here. Yeah, you got to laugh sometimes. You do. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of that. You can't get more perfect than this boiled egg. So I won the first round 5-1. Again, I've got a really good team. I had Combinator Trout, Combinator, fully combinated Renko, fully combinated Stan Williams. I had a lot of the other pitchers that other teams were using. And my hitters, I had the combinated Bell, Joyner, Grissom, Patek, and Andrew Jones. You're only allowed 8, and I had 8 from this time period because it was very limited to like a 30-year period. And I had enough combinators to think I should do well. I also had Rico Cardi, I had Gary Gaetti, I had Jeff Bagwell. I had all the names that a lot of the good players would have had on their team. But I had those combinators, which many teams didn't have. Now let me go to the different rounds here. So round 1, I won 5-1 and I expected to win, and I did. And then we get to round 2. If this was a best of 7, I would have won this in 6 games because I had a 4-2 lead after 6 games. And then we get to game 7. Now remember, I'm up 4 games to 2. One more win and I advance to the next round. And this happens. with some of the better cards in the game for this tournament. Up 8-0, going to the ninth inning, and my pitching craps the bed. Steve Renko, my combinated Steve Renko, went 7 innings, 3 hits, and then Peronoski and Stan Williams give up 10 runs. Hey, EVC, how you doing? I was telling everyone, EVC, I was in 3 tournaments, PTCSs. One made me confused, one made me really upset, and one I was happy with. And we're just going through the upset one right now, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so let me set the scene. This is round 2 of the bronze. I love my team. I'm up 4-2. We go to game number 7. All I need to do is win this game, and I advance. I'm up 8-0, and they score 10 runs in the top of the ninth. Now, it's not the series over. The series is not over. I'm still up 4-3. So that kind of eased the frustration a little bit. But you've heard D Block talk about this. When the game wants you to lose or the game wants you to win, the game will find a way for you to win or lose. And when I saw this box score, because I saw it live when it came in, at that point I said, that's it. I'm not winning this series. The game does not want me to win this series when I give up 10 runs in the top of the ninth after leading 8-0. So I already was preparing myself to lose that. So then we go to game 8. Game 8, I'm up 7-1. And the Zombies score 7 runs in the 6th inning and then add on a couple more, including one in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and I lose 11-10. TX, yeah, I should have done this first for warning. So when you're up 8-0 going to the ninth, you expect to win. When you're up 7-1, you expect you're probably going to win. And so we go to a game 9. And in the game 9, my pitching gives up 3 hits. That's it. 3 hits they give up. And I lose 2-1. I have not had a more frustrating PTCS experience than this one right here. If I would have had this experience last year, it would have bothered me for weeks and weeks and weeks. But like I said, you just got to let it go. So I had a good 5 or 10 minute cry. Well, not really cry, but you know what I mean. I had a good 5 or 10 minute of feeling really, really down because this is a tournament I just love so much. If this was like silver or gold, like I'd get over a lot quicker. But when it's your favorite tournament and 3 games in a row, something like that happens to steal the victory from you when you think you could have went all the way. That was tough. That was tough. And I showed you my lineup. Let me show you their lineup. And again, nothing against the manager. Like the manager, they don't program the game. Who was it? Steel Creek Zombies. No combinators for their pitchers. A lot of the same pitchers I have, but I have the combinated Steve Trout. I have the combinated Steve Renko. Bunch of Steves. and I've got like 5 or 6 of these other pitchers. Hitters, I showed you mine. Combinated Jones, Patek, Grissom, Joyner, Bell, and Steel Creek. Oops, that's old Delano's team. Steel Creek. Nothing. Well, they got kind of a combinated Jerry Brown. So yeah, it does get frustrating. The point is, again, for you new players, for anyone that's made their PTCS for the first time, you gotta shake it off. And if you win something, you got to shake it off too, because it's not always going to be that way. So enjoy the moments that you have with the victories, but realize that if you keep participating in the PTCS, you are going to have moments like this, and try not to let it get you down too much. I know these come around every 7 weeks or so, and we're pumped up. We stream it. We're excited. We want to win. It's just when you lose the way I lost, it stings. It's tough. So that was my tournament where I felt frustrated for a good 5 or 6 minutes, and I'm fine now. I wanted to go through those emotions one more time on stream, so you guys knew how I felt. But yeah, I'm good. And as D Block said, yeah, you just laugh it off. So congratulations in bronze. Archer, Tactile Necks coming in second place, losing to the Pumpkin Smashers. So congratulations to the Pumpkin Smashers. The Free Souls and the Denver Whitehawks, another really strong overall bronze team in the semis. And then we had the Big Ballers, the Magicians, Fargo. If I would have won that round, I would have played Smiley Face, I think, the next round. So I was looking forward to that matchup too. And the Looking Glass Loopers also in the quarterfinals. Tournament All Stars, when we look at the statistics, Renicky had a tournament. Never, I guess I should have figured this out because there are home runs in 1987, but he mashed 18 home runs for Gary Renicky, 3-time MVP. This would have been a card to combinate for this tournament. Best war was Renicky, Zisk, and Gaetti. Minky was up there as well. Another good bronze card. And for pitchers, a lot of them got shelled, but the best pitcher was Rick Langford. Combinated Rick Langford for Denver. With the best war, most wins, Langford, Lieber, Mike Paul, Chris Short, an iron card, had 7 wins. Or Archer. So well done by Archer, because I know Archer was feeling frustrated with some things that he mentioned in Discord there, and good to see that he got a second place finish. Well deserved. He's been snake bitten in league and in a lot of tournaments, so good to come in second place. Do I mess with sliders much? Not, I don't think see, I don't know. I've got like 5 or 6 set of sliders. Let's see what I've got going. I don't recommend this set here based on how I did. Like, I don't mess much. Little bit. Smiley Face Jane posted some in my Discord that I kind of have been trying out a little bit, playing around with it because Smiley does well in the 5L, but not a ton. I think what a lot of people do it in the top part anyway. They crank everything down except for base running. So, in terms of steals, what did we have for stolen bases? Let's look at team stats. 37 stolen bases for the Vlad News Bears. Yeah, there were a few. Which player had the most stolen bases? It was. Yeah, it was dominated by Otis Nixon's. Otis Nixon, 24, 17, 16, 15, 15. Otis Nixon is a base stealer. And I did have Otis Nixon. Here he is. Not like I was missing him. He hit 339. My hitters did well. Wally Joyner, 341. Otis Nixon, 339. 353 for Patek. 346 for Andrew Jones. Minky, Bagwell, over 3. Yeah. Again, just one of those weird, wacky final 3 games. All right, so before I go on to the last tournament here, let me log off of that and bring this up. Let's give a congratulations to those managers that did go all the way. Because there are some managers that went far that are in our chat tonight. So let's celebrate them. Winning iron were the Melmond Leeches Likes over the New Barn Spartans. In bronze, as I said, the Pumpkin Smashers, Lava. Again, one of the top bronze players out there. Congratulations, Lava. The name confused me for a while there. I see you're one of the Pumpkin Smashers now. They beat Archer. In silver, it was the Burlington Silver Stars over Brydav's Peninsula Whips. Gold, the Straw Hats, an E6 team over the Lizards. Izadafo's Florence Baycats finally get over the hump here a little bit and beat the Pumpkin Smashers, S. Patrick. 2 perfect teams that battle probably quite a bit. The Vlad News Bears wins the wild card over the Gaudy Garden Gardeners in the Open. Who is that in the Open? What? Is it? Who is that? All right, Kitty Poo Poo with the Atlanta Thrashers over a really tough manager, the Madison Mohicans, in the Open. I'm curious, Kitty, how many combinators did you have? Because I think it was unlimited, right? It was non-capped. What did you win with? How many? In the weekly traditional, it was the Plutos over the over the Mashers. We saw that game. That was the last game that came in on Dish's stream. What a wild game that was. Lots of runs scored in that game. In the daily perfect draft, it was the Magicians over Edwan and another Pumpkin Smasher Hoddle team. And finally, the Twin Peaks Night Owls over Clay Dog and the Mad Town Maniacs. Wow. Kitty Poo Poo was 0 combinators to win the tournament. Like I said, Kitty Poo Poo, enjoy it, celebrate it, smile, soak it in. This is a very tough tournament to win. Very tough. So good stuff. Good to have some representation from the chat. Well, again, it's kind of the opposite of what I went through, right? I tend to lose a lot to teams I should beat, and you were on the opposite end of that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just as deserving. You qualified. You were one of the top 128, and you put the work in to get into the top 128. You put a team together, and you won. So congratulations. And congratulations to Lava as well. One of our big bronze, what do you call them? Kings. Good stuff. So enjoy the cards, whether you sell them or keep them. Kitty Poo Poo, don't make a rash decision. I mean, think about it, what you want to do with that card, because this is kind of these opportunities of making good perfect points don't come along very often. So here is a chance for you to either use that card for a long time or to make a crap ton of perfect points by selling it, because only 10 people have that Frank Viola card. 10, 10 have this card here. And even if he's not meta number 1 now, he will be in your top 5. And even when he drops out of the meta a little bit, he'll be in your bullpen for a while. So this card should last you. That Nolan Ryan, the first one that came out, lasted for quite a while. All right, last break here, guys, and then we're going to go on to our last tournament that we're going to cover. EBC's EBC's willing to give up 800 for this card. Really? EBC. That's is this like this is a good card, huh? What team does he play on though? Oh, this would be your Brothers? I guess it would be that team. So yeah, we will be back after the break to look at Iron, and we're going to go to the card shop and just see what these cards are selling for. I'm curious what they're going for. EBC gave us kind of a hint on the second place card. All right, back in 2 minutes time.
In all of North America, they're the largest force that cares for ya. RCMP, we're the Mounties.
All right, welcome back, everyone. For the last segment here, we're here for about another 10 or 15 minutes. Again, I've only been on for just over 2 hours. And with the drops, I want to make sure I'm on at least a little bit longer. So those people that might have come in a little bit late are able to get their full drops. A lot of the streamers on today were on for hours and hours and hours. But because I'm on later at night, I don't have as big of a window. So I will be on for about another 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I wanted to be on for 2.5, and I'm getting close to there. So after this, I'll be raiding over to someone. I see Ripley is streaming right now. So if you need some of the affiliate drops, Gorgo said that Max is streaming right now. So we can go over to Max as well. We'll see, Barry. I doubt it. Yeah. Again, I wanted to go like about an hour more than what the drops would take, and kind of I'm closing in on that. All right. So I said that I was in 3 PTCSs. One was really confusing because I got swept in the first round with Babe Ruth, Roberto Clemente, and Oscar Charleston, and Sandy Koufax, and Roger Clemens 102. I got swept 5-0. The upsetting one was the bronze. We went through the bronze and why I was upset. This was the pleasant surprise. This was the one that put a smile on my face. So this is the Iron PTCS. And in round one, I won 5-3 over the Liverpool Reds. Round number 2, 5-4 over Cubs fan Steve, who really almost made me have another another WTF moment, because I was up and he came back and won game number 7, game number 8, and then it was a close game number 9. So I defeated Cubs fan Steve in 9 games. Round number 3, I took on the Fargo Friends, Smiley Face Jane, and it was a fairly close series, winning that one 5-3. So that puts me on to round 4. And man, I played one of the best managers out there, this Kamorasaka Sportage. This Kamaraska, they do well in these PTCSs. I see that name, in the top 4 quite a bit. And we went 9 games. It was a bloodbath, back and forth, back and forth. Again, I had a 2-game lead. They came back and won game 6 and 7, or game 7 and 8. And then it was a 2-0. Not a high scoring game at all in game number 9. So shout out to the Kamaraska Sportage. That was a tough series. Then I go on to the quarterfinals. So into the final 8s, where finally I get knocked out by an old nemesis, team I haven't seen a lot in the 5-hour 6L, the Dodgers. I think that's the Hoosman, right? Let me check this out. The Dodgers. It's been a while since I've seen that team. Is it the Hoosman or is it Monterdon? The Hoosman. Yeah, it is the Hoosman. So old nemesis, and I just can't go any further. The run is over. Big scoring games, and they win it in 7 games. So that is the best I've ever done in a PTCS, going to the quarterfinals. I've made it to round 4 a few times, never made it to the quarters. So again, you look for the small victories, and even though I didn't do well in bronze, which I wanted to, I unexpectedly did well in the Iron. So Iron PTCS, this is my packs only team, like packs only. So I can't buy cards. So I got to use the cards I have on my roster. And when you look at my roster, I've got 1 combinated pitcher, and I just used kind of the cards I had. Dave Nicholson and Ruben Amaro. This is not probably what you would say is a meta lineup, because again, I can't buy cards off the card shop. So that was a really nice surprise. In the semifinals, the New Barns Spartans would defeat Charles's baseball team by a score of 5-4. That went 9 games. And the Hoosman didn't make it much further, but they did get that extra card to enjoy, winning 5 or losing 5 games to 2. In the finals, it went 8 games. The Spartans eventually would lose to Melmond by a score of 3-1 in game 8. So, congratulations to all of our winners, all of our second place finishers. It sounds like the second place card was quite the card as well. Your best iron players for hitters would be Cardinal, Biggio, Berra, Sorrento. Home run wise, it was all Frank Howard all day. Top three were Frank Howard's. RBIs, repos had 46 as a non-combinated repo. Also, this card here, 46 RBIs. And stolen bases, 17 was the most by Mr. Pettis. Pitching, your leaders war-wise were a lot of Cardwells. 4 of the top 5 pitchers were Cardwell. I think I had him. Yeah, he was my number 1 guy. He went 6-2. So that seemed like the pitcher that you had to have. Were any of these combinated? No. Oh, that's a PTCS card. You can't combinate it. So there is your top pitcher, some of your top hitters, and it was a pleasant surprise. So let's go to the card shop. Let's take a look at what some of these cards are selling for. Just want to go into my main team. Sometimes the card shop doesn't work as well when you're on the tournament screen. So how many other people in chat won a big card other than Kitty Poo Poo? Anyone else finish in the top 8? Top 4? Lava was in the chat, one of our champions. Shout it out. You deserve it. You deserve the shout out here because that is a long haul. 128 teams, 6 or 7 weeks of trying to qualify, then trying to put a roster together when cards come out like the week before in some cases. Okay, card shop. Let's go with PTCS. And this was number 7. Well, the Johnny Evers and the Kirby Puckett, none are for sale yet because they won't come out until Monday. You'll be able to get a Johnny Evers. If any of you have a buy order here over 500, take it down. You'll get a Johnny Evers for like 300 or 400 on Monday. There are 1,000, what is it? 1,280. Is that right? Did I do the math right? 1,280 Johnny Evers cards. You'll be able to get it fairly cheap. And always someone puts these high buy orders up. But hey, they want to pay that much, so be it. Kirby Puckett, you'll get Monday as well. Again, I think you're going to get a lot cheaper than this because, again, you've got over 600 Kirby Pucketts in the system. Cecil Cooper is fortunate enough to get this card, mainly for the card art here. You can get this pretty cheap. Apparently, Cecil Cooper is not very popular in terms of his ability on the field here. You can get him for about $4K, which is cheap for a PTCS card. Harry Steinfeld, $20K, going price for him. Although one did sell for 13. If this is a card you really want, I would put a buy order in of like 14, 15,000. And the fact that we have 4 people kind of battling for lowest price, you'll probably get it for 14 or 15,000 if you're willing to pay that. James Shield, A-dubs from his favorite team. Going to pay a little bit more for him. You'd probably get it for 30K. You put a buy order in and you really want James Shield. Still a really cheap price for a card that I think you had to get to the quarterfinals to win. George Davis. Now they start going up in price. Yeah, 144,000 is the last 10 value. Only one up for 475K. Got a buy order of 111K. You're probably going to have to pay at least 125, 130. He only plays shortstop, but he plays it well. Look at this card. You posted attorney choice silver pack in PAX general discussion, trying to figure out which card to pick. Okay, we'll wrap up the show with that, Flying W. I'll bring that up. Yeah, I didn't think Max was on again. Yeah, I didn't think he was on. Because he was on earlier. Buck Ewing and Frank Viola. I'm kind of surprised if Frank Viola sold for that. That might be the lowest price that a PTCS first place card has ever sold for, especially on day one. I don't know. Am I missing something here with this card? Is there a main flaw? What is the flaw in this card? Like maybe he's not your number one, but isn't he in your top three? It's a lefty. What am I missing? Help me. Help me. That's 344,000. Based on the 23 packs that I opened up, I could have bought 4 of these. Yeah, still fresh. And Buck Ewing. Buck Ewing is the card that is selling for the most right now. EVC wants it. That might be his buy order of 390,000. I don't know. He said he was willing to pay like 360, I think, in chat. That is the most valuable card, apparently. The first one sold for even less. So 2 of them have sold already. That is, I don't know what's wrong with it. Lava, you're good at this game. Is it like, is he just down in the meta already? Like, I mean, we got Roger Clemens, we got, I don't know who's out there. We got the new PT Elite Crochet. Like, is there just so many pitchers similar to him? EVC bought it. You bought it, EVC. You bought it for just over last 10. EVC got bucked. Big darn bucks. Big darn bucks. I saw you in the you were in a tournament I was streaming recently. I don't know if it must have been the bounty tournament this week. Wow. You saved a lot of perfect points there, EVC. I'm happy for you. Good, because this card should last you the whole cycle. Where are you gonna play him, EVC? Are you playing it? Is he your catcher? Sold everything not locked down. Catcher, yeah. And who's your other catcher? Is it someone like really bad, like Gabby Harnett or something? You had Bennett and Fleetwood Walker. Really? You had the bronze Fleetwood? I mean, that's a good catcher. Bennett's pretty good too. But not Buck Ewing. Well, congratulations. I know theme teams sometimes when these cards are in a PTCS, it's very, very difficult to get them. I just can't understand this one here. Oh, did one of them sell? I think it sold, didn't it? Yeah, there was one up for sale. Someone bought it. Which, if I could buy it, I probably would. I've got the perfect points, but this is my PAX only team. I'm not allowed to buy these cards. I have to win them. So what did I get? I got a, where did they drop here? See all. I got the Cecil Cooper, the Harry Steinfeld, and the James Shield. All in a tournament I wasn't really expecting to go far in. All right, what else is going on? I got my Bagels and Schmear drafted. I got my Daily Around the Horn drafted. Well, I think that is going to be it. I think I'm going to send you over to Ripley the Oriole. Unless someone is like 5 minutes away from their last drop, I can hang around for another 5 minutes. But I can't go much longer than that. Oh, yeah, your silver choice pack. For you, John Calgill, absolutely. You want some advice here. Let me go find it. Where did you put it? General discussion, you said? There it is. Okay. And yeah, if you want to come over to the Discord, feel free. I mean, Fussmucker's over there giving live advice during the season. By the way, Fussmucker's going to be on with me on Tuesday. We're going to do a OOTP 1 hour show with Fussmucker going over his report card, not just for the last live update, but for the whole cycle. So going to have fun. Going to be fun having Fussmucker back on Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. You want to join the Discord? Here it is right there. Okay, let me find it. Flying. No, that's not it. There it is. Okay. Just give me a sec. I got to put it on my slide deck here so I don't have to show the whole Discord. And we'll just post it there. Okay. And show that. Fix it out there. Close that. Ollie North, if you're listening, Ollie, if you're within listening range, yes, you've been added to the packs only. I did get your name in there, so it should be good to go on Monday if you happen to be around. Okay, here we go. Go, and there we go. Okay, bear with me. I usually don't have Discord open during streaming, so this means I go and open some other windows. All right, so please help our community member out here. This is a silver choice pack. And what's the purpose, Flying W? Do you want, is it for a card to use? Like, what's the best usable card? Is it one you want to sell? Which one? Because you could just go look at the last 10 sales to use. Yeah, I like Elliott. I mean, Davenon's a decent center fielder. I take him a lot in the 6L. Teixeira's pretty good as well, but there's so many good first basemen. I think you go with the pitcher. I think you go with and McGregor. I haven't had a lot of success with McGregor, so Jumbo is the guy. Davenon, yeah, Splitty, you'd have to platoon him. But yeah, he is pretty good versus lefties. Yeah, so I would go Jumbo first and Davenon second. Oh, really? Really, boiled egg? Well, no one has posted that they need a few more minutes, so I think that will be it. Let's take a look at the NHL scoreboard. We started off NHL. We're going to end NHL. Calgary Flames are up 3-2 on the Flyers. Boiled egg, I thought this was going to be the opposite way. The Blackhawks are winning 4-1. Man, Edmonton, you've scored one stinking goal all year, and it was by Corey Perry, who's like 50 years old. Bedard has a goal. Connor, wake up. You can't let the Blackhawks, one of the bottom 5 teams, beat you. That was you were just trolling me to look at the score, weren't you? Ducks and Sharks tied at 0 in the third period. When two bad teams play each other, no one scores goals. The Bruins beat the Kings. The Sabres beat the Panthers. The Maple Leafs over the Penguins. Le Canadien over the Senators. Shutout for the Red Wings. Utah, their third win in a row. Utah Hockey Club. Devils beat the Boiled Eggs Capitals. Shutout for the Stars. The Kraken win in a shootout. And the Blue Jackets. Talk about upsets. Colorado, I don't think is going to have the year that some people think. They are a one-line team, as I've heard. McKinnon, Middlestat. Yeah. I know, I know. I don't know what it is with the Oilers. Like, not only are they a slow starting season team, but they're just a slow starting team in general. Like they never win the first periods. They always give up early goals. You don't know what it is. It's been that way for a couple years, boiled egg. All right, tomorrow, make sure you tune in. EBC will be streaming his theme teams. And shortly after that, I'm going to start up and stream the PAX only quarterfinals and the semifinals. So if you're in the playoffs tomorrow as a PAX only team, hope you join me as we check out your teams and wish you a lot of good fortune. You can go back and forth if you have a theme team and a pack only team. Go back and forth between the two streams. Of course, won't be streaming the final because Dishnet comes on for the main events, and we don't like to stream at the same time as the main channel. So tomorrow, 1 p.m. ish Eastern time for the PAX only playoffs. EBC will be on a little earlier, I believe, at 10:30 Eastern time with the theme team playoffs. So check us both out. He's probably, I don't know if he'll be up by then. He'll probably be so excited with that Buck Ewing. He's probably going to be drinking all night, have a few beverages. I got bucked. I got bucked. I got bucked. And he probably is going to sleep in the morning. Probably not. There he goes. See, he said, I didn't even look at that comment. And there he goes. There he goes. He's having too fun with Buck. No, I would, Coots. I would, but I'm not happy with the price of that pack because that's not right. That is not right. And you know what? I've opened 10 SL packs tonight and got nothing in the first 9. Is this Panda? Is your name Pandus? Because again, I showed you this before. But why would I pay 120,000 for one historical perfect when I can wait for the rainbow historical perfects and get a perfect, a diamond, and a gold? It just doesn't make sense. This pack should be about 90K. If it was 90K, I'd buy one. But I feel like I'm losing out if I buy this one. I have a chance for 6 perfects. Yeah, look at the odds. 1 in 1,000 after the guaranteed one. 1 in 1,000. Yeah, no, when I saw this and I looked right at the price right away and I thought, oh, another historical rainbow pack. And then it's like, wait a minute, that's not historical rainbow. I'm not paying 120K to get a Luke Appling. No, no, thank you. No. Hoots. No. 120K. If there was a diamond as well and a gold, then it'd be more tempting. But look at this. If I look at the card value, buy price. Like for 120K, where's sell price? To break even, you're at Rico Petrocelli or above. And underneath that, you got a lot of duds. And these, yeah, I've taken the live off, so these are only the non-live. I could get the Ethan Salas who's going for quick sell price. I could get the Jimmy Ryan 25K. There's a lot of really low ones. So, like I said, if there was a diamond involved as well, more tempting. I know. But lap, you could get the Artie Wilson. You could get the, and a lot of these ones in the top half are either LEs or PTCSs. So once you take those out, there's not a lot left. So yeah, no coots, no coots. Rainbow pack, diamond pack. Do I have anything left here specialty wise? Not really. No. Yeah, and the EVC, I can't wait until they do that. I think that should be something where they guarantee you a 101 or higher. Because then I'll pay a little bit more if I know I'm getting at least a 101. Because if we filter those out, and by the way, thanks again for all the help with that Gen X or whatever that was that we were doing. That EVC showed off on his stream and we did a little earlier. Like, yeah, if I'm gonna get one of these 101 or higher, the cheapest one is 86,000 for Tony Oliva. You're probably looking at a price point of about 200K. 200K makes you kind of think. There are 44 cards, 101 or 102. But again, some of them are PTCS. I don't think we have a LE yet, do we? Do we have an LE 101 or 102? I think that first baseman wasn't he? I don't know. LE, do we have a limited? Nope, no limited editions. How many PTCS cards? 4 PTCS cards. And let's put on all cards. Yeah, you're gonna have to make the price point probably at least 200,000, maybe even more. 225,000 would be like, if it was 225,000, I would buy 4 of them right now. Because with those 4, that's a million, that's less than a million points, that's 900,000. I get 4 of them. I'm probably going to hit at least one of the real good ones, like a Babe Ruth or a Tim McCarver. No, Tim McCarver's tournament edition. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, interesting call there, EBC, about having a guaranteed 101 or 102. Because as it stands now, 120K for one historical perfect is not something I'm willing to do. Oh, Babe Ruth, you have to build as well? Okay, yeah. So some of those are missions or tournaments. Yeah, but hey, OOTP has given us a lot of pack shop options this year, and we're going to see a lot more. We will see a lot more. Okay, guys, that is it for me. I'm going to raid over to Ripley. If you need your affiliate drops, Ripley will be there for you. I don't think anyone else is streaming. I thought maybe someone else would have popped on. Thanks, guys. Again, should be ready to roll. Day 17 completed. Day 17 in the 3430. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks, Brent, for playing the RCMP song. Thank you guys for participating in the Helm Biscuit bet. And thank you guys again for letting me rant a little bit about my bronze finish today. But iron. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Have a good time. Buck Ewing, EBC. I'm jealous. Buck Ewing. I was 2 rounds away. No, actually, I was 1 round away, right? I made the final 8. No, I was 2 rounds away. from getting that card. Enjoy it. That don't come around that often. All right, stay tuned, guys. We will see you next episode.